Alright, first game up for the day, we're going to be playing with This Maggot's on Fire, and we're playing against a triple mech team, so it's a good thing I have this Fel Flame. Not much I can do about the one-shots, but I can at least take weak damage with the elemental, so... I am running Immolation, fortunately, so I do have a Decoy Breaker, and I'm going to go ahead and throw out my Immolation right off the bat, just in case he decoys on the first turn. Huh. Alrighty. So there's a decoy. Now what do I want to do? I kind of want to swap into the... here's what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw up a burn. Okay, and he's going to go ahead and do damage. So I am going to throw up a Scorched Earth and then swap into Spooky Dookie. Spooky Dookie's going to be able to heal up my... Oh, he swapped. Well, since he swapped, I might actually just stay in and try to nuke him down. If he goes for a one-shot, I can actually kill him before he gets off the wind-up. So he's better off just going for a wind-up right off the bat. Nice, he's swapping. Alright, so at this point, I kind of want to swap into the Ghost Maggot, take that weak damage for breath, and be able to heal my Fel Flame with Scorched Earth and Immolation combined with Plagued Blood. Nice, he's staying in to do that weak damage against my undead. I'm going to go ahead and go for another one, and he's going to take off. Alrighty. Huh. Well, I did have a pretty good matchup against him, but I wasn't going to blow him out of the water or anything. Let's see what else I might be able to do. Obvious Turrets looks fun. Let's go ahead and play this team. That triple mech team is technically a triple tier 1 team, but it's very counterable, and those are definitely not the strongest tier 1 pets ever. Iron Starlet's very easy to counter, and MPD as well. If you don't have a counter for the MPD, you're probably in trouble, because he's a very common pet that is very strong. So I do have 2 decoy counters here. I think my first move will be Sharp Talon Hatchling, just to get the bleed on the MPD. If he throws up Decoy, I'm going to Falcosaur Swarm, because that will break it, and apply that debuff to that Pandaria Dragonling. He's going to swap, so that's really well played. Most likely I'll be able to dodge his one-shot with my magic pet, though, so I should be fine. Very tempted to go for this while I have that debuff on him. But, 517. It's 1,000. It's just barely not enough damage to activate his racial. So I am going to go for the Enchanted Pen here to try to dodge a one-shot. Fantastic. I'm going to be able to dodge here. Avoid that one-shot completely. And I'll probably just go for some damage here. Nice, he's bringing in that guy. I'm probably going to bring in my mech next, so I'll probably throw up a Foreboding Curse. It's not really worth it. I'm just going to bring him right in. Go ahead and throw out my turret. Although that is my better MPD counter, so maybe I won't. Here's what I'm going to do, is I'm going to throw out my turret, and then I'm going to swap into the pen, just because I can utilize my racial for that one shot. Even though I don't have a dodge available, it is still a pretty nice way to deal with it, is just to use that magic pet to soak the nuke. Also, now that I have the turret down, it's a better time to use my Foreboding Curse, because he can't just he can't avoid it. He has to Yeah, I figured he might bring in the Pandaren Dragonling. Now he's slower than me, so I actually have a really strong matchup against him. If he throws down Decoy, turret will destroy it instantly. There's his Racial. He's gonna go for that strong damage, which is smart, but he's gonna lose his MPD, which is kind of his strongest pet. And at this point, he might go for some power balls. I'm just gonna go for a Foreboding Curse and then swap to the... Oh, sweet. Alrighty. Well, go for a dodge here since it's available, and he might just go for a wind-up. Now he's going for the supercharge still. That's okay too. Either way, he's not going to hit me because I have dodge up, and he's going to swap. Okay. Well. I'll go ahead and bring in the mechanical here. Throw up a turret. He hasn't used Powerball yet, so I'm actually fast enough to get to use Blitz. So I'm gonna use a Blitz. Let me see. No, if a Railgun will take him out, so I'll just do that instead. Nice. He's keeps on swapping. Getting down 2 turrets is gonna be really nice. Not really much he can do at this point. He's finally going to take out my Clockwork Gnome. But both of his racials have been activated, and he's going to die to turrets, basically. I'll just throw out a Falcosaur Swarm. That's going to take out the first mechanical, and then the second one is going to have that Shatter Defenses with a turret. If that doesn't kill him, Predatory Strike will. But he is, of course, going to die to those turrets. So, great job, Baru. I'm going to probably want to keep playing with teams that have decoy breakers because I keep queuing into that guy. This team won't do too bad against that guy. The 2 Iron Starlets are pretty difficult to deal with, honestly, but I do have a Survival, I do have an Undead Racial, and I have a Mechanical Racial, in addition to a Decoy Breaker, so, and Elemental Dots, and an Elemental Nuke, so we are going to see how this turns out. Obviously, I'm going to start with the Mouse, since he likes to start with that MPD off the bat, and he's going to swap things up. Okay, in that case, I'm gonna have to decide who's taking that nuke. Probably the mechanical. Gonna throw out that Entangling Roots, and then a Feathered Frenzy to really nuke down somebody. There's my mechanical racial. His is gonna be popped in the next turn. Oh, sweet, he's taking that damage on the MPD. Alright, fantastic. Oh, that crit is huge. It was already going to do a lot of damage because of my 50% extra damage. And then that crit is going to activate his racial. It's looking really good for me. Gonna go ahead and break that decoy. And he'll almost certainly go for damage here to finish me off. Interesting choice not to, for sure. Maybe he predicted I would swap, but that's going to now activate that mechanical's racial. Now I have a damage increase, and I should kill him with a... I don't think I kill him with the Metal Fist, but I'll do a lot of damage. Ooh, I underestimated that. That 50% extra damage from Feathered Frenzy is nothing to laugh at. Alrighty, so looks like he's going to finally finish me off like he should have earlier. But the Prairie Mouse will be able to finish off the MPD Flurry will take him out. A double will finish him off just perfectly. And a triple obviously is nice against that mechanical. Gonna throw up this dot. And go ahead and flurry. I'm predicting a one-shot here. And then here's my survival. Gonna be able to hit him with a flurry. If he swaps, that's fine. I'm gonna kill the MPD here. And now he is very close to death. He doesn't have any AoE, so I am going to swap. Oh, he's using power balls. He does have power balls. Alrighty. Well, I'm still not worried. I'm gonna be able to use an Amplify Magic, take him out. But if he utilized his power balls, he would do a lot better. He would actually probably be able to beat my team with his. But Amplify Magic's up. Rot is going to hit his Iron Starlet and take him out. Sweet. So there's another win. This poor guy's having a rough day today. Let's play Disco Dookie. It's not very good against mechanicals. Oh, it's really not very good against mechanicals. Maybe I'll think of another team. Maybe. I'd be better off using a Core Fire Imp team. Or obviously Fiendish Imp, but I'm trying to keep this these battles fun. Starting to run out of unique ways to break decoy. I've used about all of them. Turrets, yeah, Immolation, Swarm. Now I have Bone Barrage, I have Death and Decay. This is a tier 1 team all across the board. Who do I want to take the haunt on? Bring in the Royal Peachick, see if I can dodge that haunt. That would be fantastic. And worst case scenario, I waste my Feign Death. He sees it coming, then I have to choose one of my undeads. Alright, well played. So not only is it a tier 1 team, it's a tier 1 team played by a smart player. I'm gonna go ahead and take it on the Marionette. Throw down a Death and Decay while he haunts me, so at least I'm doing something. Alrighty. Speed is faster after I lose my racial, so I have to be careful. I think my best bet is to just stand on my undead. Yeah, especially since he is going for a smart rotation. If he went for Call Darkness right off the bat, then I'd be able to change the change the weather. But it's not worth it to swap into my Royal Peachick and take that extra damage. So I'm just going to try to take down that Bone Serpent's health as much as possible. That crit doesn't help me out. Not looking good for me. Don't see myself winning this battle. He doesn't really have any synergy with his team, just overpowered pets. Alrighty. I'm gonna go ahead and bring in the Ghost Maggot. Just to kill him with a Chomp. Nice, it landed. So let's see what happens next. Alrighty, we can predict a Nocturnal Strike on this next round. Do I want to take it with my Royal Peachick? Not really. Not really. Just kidding, I do. I'm gonna put out an Arcane Storm ASAP, because that way the trap will interrupt me, but it won't stun me. Worst case scenario. Might bring in that Wicked Soul, we'll see. Yeah, he's gonna try to throw out that trap before I can get the Arcane Winds down, but that's not gonna happen, so worst case scenario, it just kind of does some damage at the beginning of a round, but it will not be able to stun me. So that's the advantage I have going here. I'm going to go ahead and go for a Quills. Trap hasn't gone off yet. Alrighty, so while he's doing that, while he's going under, I am going to go ahead and feign death. Now would actually be kind of a cool time for the trap to go off, because I would remove the trap and I would have my high speed from feign death, but it's okay. Gonna go ahead and just hit him with a chomp. Be able to do a ghostly bite on the next round without being stunned. I'm so glad Arcane Winds is up. That's 2 times I could have gotten stunned, but didn't. I think this is a loss because that Wicked Soul's faster than me, but we'll see, we'll see. I'm just going for chomps in case he swaps. It'd be an odd choice for him too. That little Ragnaros just doesn't have very much health. Okay, well he's going for it. Cool. I'm just gonna go for chomps. Another crit. Alrighty. Gonna go ahead and go for an Arcane Storm and hope that it crits his Wicked Soul. If it doesn't, I lose. So I have a 5% chance to win this. Nope, didn't get it. Well, it's okay. If he didn't crit with his, I want to say it was his Bone Serpent. There was a crit very early on that I was kind of miffed about because it meant that I was behind all game. Alrighty. If he didn't get that, I think I could have maybe gotten a win, but that's a really overpowered team, so not much I can do. As far as what I might be able to do to counter it if I run into it, or have a chance anyways. It's tough. It's tough to decide. This team might actually do pretty okay. We'll try it. We'll give it a shot. I'll give it a shot. Basically, I have that Sun Darter hatchling in there to counter his, and here's what I'm going to do, in case I run into him, as I'm going to be playing Hoof. The Sun Darter hatchling can remove the trap without being stunned, and can remove haunts. So, also you have the utility of Ethereal. Your Blink Strike does decent damage under Moonlight, which can change the weather for the Bone Serpent. So it's by no means a strong counter. I'll probably still lose if I queue into that guy. But if I queue into that guy, I'll have a better chance than, what was that random team I was playing with? It was something with a Decoy Breaker is why I was running it. And if I don't get a queue quickly, I will probably just play with a fun team. Well, this is a fun team, I guess, but I mean, you're running Trunks. How much fun is it really? I mean, it's pretty fun for me. It's not very fun for whoever I happen to queue into. Alrighty, so another Haunt user, so the Sun Darter hatchling will still be just as useful as ever. We're gonna go for cheeky Ethereal, see if we can avoid that Haunt. Fantastic. So no haunt for you. Now what's he gonna do, I wonder? He might swap. I don't think he's gonna try to go 1v1 with me. So I'm going to go ahead, bring in Mr. Wiggles, and do my setup. Oh, that's nice. He used his ethereal on a swap. That's good news for me. So I'm gonna go ahead and bring in my, throw up my Uncanny Luck. Don't want to give away that I have Hoof. That could be very useful information later. I'm gonna go ahead and bring in Trunks. Or am I? Nah, I mean, I have a pretty good matchup here. I'm gonna go ahead and crouch since he's... Oh, sweet. So he's gonna bring in that Terraclaw Hatchling. That means that now is exactly when I want to throw up Uncanny Luck and swap. He's dodging. Fantastic news. So we're gonna bring in Trunks. And he has Claw. This is gonna be a good time for Mr. Trunks. He's gonna bring in that Chrominius. But a crit will finish him off. And if not, then 2 Elix, when Elix Fly will finish him off. That heal is just not gonna be enough. This is going to land, and it actually crit as well, so fantastic looking start here. He does have 2 tier 1 pets left, but I have a trick up my sleeve that he probably will not see coming. That trick, of course, is my Consume Magic will remove the Haunt, basically countering it perfectly. There's a Haunt. He's going to bring in that Terraclaw. Now, he does have Claw, which means that my double critter team is going to really struggle against him, but it's okay. Alrighty. Kind of inclined to just go for some Blink Strikes while that Moonlight is up. It'll do some nice strong damage until he heals. Alrighty, now what do I want to do? He's probably going to throw up a Hot. I don't think he's going to go for damage since he knows I have Ethereal. He's probably predicting that Ethereal. So, I'm going to take the opportunity while he's dodging to throw up my Uncanny Luck. And then swap into my Trunks. Uncanny Luck is up, Moonlight is up. So this is going to go... what do I want to do, actually? I'd rather go for this right off the bat, because Moonlight is about to be gone. And so on the next round, if I have to go for an attack, it won't go first. So I'm going to be able to go before his dodge. Got a crit, so that's going to take out that Terraclaw Hatchling. No, I'm not sorry. I hate that pet. And he might go for an Ethereal here, but that was probably the better move. That was probably his best choice, was to forfeit. So cool. Always feels good to beat a Terraclaw. Terraclaw Haunt install team. What else do I have? Could play Eula team. That ended up being kind of a fun video to make. I might hold off. We'll see what else I can play. I just need one more win. Let's play Spooky Bubbles. Spooky Bubbles looks fun. I'm down for a Squirky team every day, any day. I've played this team a couple times. Obviously, it has a nice Bubble Breaker, one of the weaker ones, but you do have... Sorry, not a Bubble Breaker. Well, it is a Bubble Breaker. A Decoy Breaker with the Restless Shadeling, which is nice to have here. Although, I might not start with the Restless Shadeling. We'll see. We shall see. I'm going to start with the Restless Shadeling anyways. Just going to spam this. Hopefully he goes for that Thunderbolt first, but the smart move is to go for Decoy before I get that Death and Decay down. Let's see if he makes the right choice. He did. Good job. Nothing better for me to do than to keep spamming this. He's going to swap, okay. Now, he doesn't have Powerball. All this guy can really do that's powerful is he can heal a lot, so. Let's see. Although I do, yeah, since he doesn't have Powerball, I'm pretty good against him. Because I can hit him hard with my Peachick. And also, if he has Bite, he has a double terrible matchup against the Peachick. He does have Grasp, which is also just garbage, so go ahead and go for some damage here. That's nice. Oh, he does have Pump, so he's not going for heals at all. Kind of want to feign death because I don't want to be hit by that Pump. I was rooted, so it doesn't take me out, so that was actually a very nice turn of events for me. Nice. I've gotten two triples already. That's really good RNG for me. There's a crit. And he is going to go down here shortly. I'm going to go ahead and throw up a Dazzling Dance. Because I actually didn't want to kill him on that round. I'm rooted, so I may as well go for a Quills. Now, I can bubble, but I cannot feign death. Oh, I do have a dodge. Duh, I have a dodge. How could I forget? So I am going to... Well, that bubble's pretty good, too. I don't want to waste my bubble, so I'm going to bring in the Spooky Spectre. Also, his decoy's off cooldown. So, I'm going to be better off if I can throw out a Death and Decay preemptively, because that will break decoy. It doesn't actually break decoy, as you saw earlier, if I just throw up, if I just throw out a Death and Decay after he has placed his decoy. So here I'm going to utilize my strong matchup with Fish Slaps against that Elemental. This is just a really good matchup for me, honestly. These are all solid pets, but the MPD is the only tier 1 pet, and I have a way to counter him. If it is admittedly a weak counter, it is still a decoy breaker. And having an undead in general is good against the MPD. Sweet. So there's no reason for him to use decoy. It's just gonna get eaten by Death and Decay, but most people don't know that. See, it blocks it. So I'm gonna go ahead and throw up my bubble here. That's gonna be useful later on to dodge to use against a geyser potentially. And then I'll probably swap into the Restless Shadeling to take that weak damage from Breath. Sweet. Go ahead and throw out a couple Shadow Shocks. It's pretty downhill from here. I have 3 high health pets and he has 2 medium health pets. Oh, and that crit just sealed the deal. There's no coming back. Alrighty, so he's going to go ahead and dive. I guess I'll just go ahead and throw out a Death and Decay. That was a pretty low-end hit for dive, honestly, though. No, it's pretty high-end, but it's just, I have so much health on this Restless Shadeling. He's going to die to a Death and Decay. And he might take out my Spooky Spectre, but it's unlikely. Yeah. Alrighty. Well, that was a fun matchup. Never did get a rematch against that Wicked Soul Bone Serpent. What do you call it? Ragnaros, little Ragnaros. But I'm glad I didn't really want to have to be forced to use any tier 1 pets. And I didn't have to use any tier 1 pets. Those were just fun battles with all tier 2 pets or less. Well, they're all tier 2 pets. There's really no tier 3 pets that I use that I can think of. Maybe the baby 8, but I just, you know, I didn't really make this team because it was strong. I made it because I just wanted to put 2 monkeys on a team. And then I just have the Dazzling Dance to make them not quite as terrible. I mean, Bonkers is fine, but Baby Ape is really, really bad. I mean, he has a decoy breaker, but like there are probably 50 pets that are better than him that also have decoy breakers, so. Anyways, thank you all for watching. This has been a lot of fun. Let me know if you want to see any particular teams or pet compositions in the comments. And I will see you all in the next video.